Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Pop Tapestry. Today we have with us our guest Francesca Tarantino. Francesca is an amazing singer from Florida. I personally love her voice so much and have been following her on Instagram for a long time now. So every time I keep checking out her stories and posts and music, it's amazing. Her recent single Tragedy is an earworm. Honestly, like I heard it so many times and yeah, it's like perfect. I can really relate to it. So let's hear what she has to say on this episode of the Pop Tapestry. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm fine. So, I had a question which I thought I'll ask at the beginning itself, which I know I shouldn't ask because nobody asks women their age, but just asking because I'm curious. What's your age?
No worries. I'm 15.
Oh my god! I can't believe this.
Thank you.
Okay, but you have an amazing voice for sure. The songs I heard, and it's like not sounding like a 15-year-old girl, it's like a proper mature girl who's speaking like the lyrics and all sound so pretty mature
Oh,
and
thank
pretty.
you.
So I'm glad I asked this because I thought because she's doing music from a long time, she must be like around 22, 23.
Oh,
But then
wow.
15 is my mind is blown right now
Oh my
completely.
gosh.
I saw that you can play lead guitar. How did you start with guitar?
When I was really young, maybe 3 or 4, my dad put a guitar in my hands for the first time, and I instantly fell in love. I thought it was so cool, and I just loved playing around with it. I honestly had no idea what I was doing, but he taught me like little riffs from like classic rock songs, like easy ones like Carry On My Wayward Son, Crazy on You by Heart, all these easy little songs. And one day I realized I was like, I want to master this instrument. 2 years ago, I started taking acoustic guitar lessons, which is a lot different. And then last year, I started taking lead guitar lessons, which is soloing, Hotel California solo, Stairway to Heaven solo. It's so much fun. I love playing lead guitar.
Amazing. Which was first? Was it singing or was it guitar?
I've been singing my whole life. I would say singing. When I was really little, around the house, my parents would play like classic rock music and in the car, and I would always be singing along just 24/7. But I was really scared to sing in front of other people, so I would only sing when I was like alone or like really comfortable for some reason. And then I started taking singing lessons, and my singing teacher told me to start in musical theater. And so I did, and I had so much fun, and I played so many good roles, and I did a lot of singing, obviously. But then I realized I wanted to get back to like artistry vocals, which is so much different, and write my own music. So the change is really big, and then I started taking guitar and blah, blah, blah. But singing was really first.
So, what are your basic inspirations for music? I understand your parents used to play it when you were at home, but then what is the music you really connected to and you thought, oh, now I should do music from here? Like,
Honestly, I just think music is so cool, and just every time I hear music, I just get so happy. I just think it's this cool thing that brings so many people together, and it's so sick how I could just be in my room and I write a song and it helps me cope with all my emotions. So I honestly just love doing it. And when I fell in love with my favorite band, Kiss, that's when I really realized I wanted to do what I do for a living because I saw videos of them performing on stage and they put on a show and I fell so in love and I just think music is so cool and that's why I started doing it.
perfect. Have you yet performed with bands?
Yes, I have. My studio has a house band. Like maybe once or twice a year they put on these shows, and so I got the opportunity to play with them a few times, which is really cool. Playing with the band is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. How was your first experience playing with a band? How was the vibe and everything?
I can tell you I was so scared. I was just so intimidated by these other people, and I was young, so I was just like this kid, maybe 13 or 14 or something when I first played with the band, and it was just like I didn't really know what to do. I definitely progressed. Now I play solo gigs mostly, so it's definitely a lot different, but I just had so much fun because just connecting with the other people on stage, it's pretty cool. But I was nervous.
What's your favorite genre?
I listen and play so many different types of music, but if I had to have a favorite, I guess it would be rock because it's such a big category too. There's pop rock, country rock, punk rock, classic rock, and I love all of those. So I would have to say rock. But I listen to practically everything and play practically everything. I play like Post Malone, The Weeknd, Olivia Rodrigo. I listen to everything, but I think rock would be my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Punk rock, I think Machine Gun Kelly comes in punk rock, right? Do you
Yeah,
listen
I
to his music as well?
A little bit, a few of his songs. I'm not like a diehard fan, but I do know him and I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just went to a concert last year in which he came. He made a very nice entry on his pink helicopter that was like so crazy. But it
That
was,
seems pretty cool.
yeah, that was fun to watch. It was like the helicopter was going all around the dome and he
Uh-huh.
was trying to interact with fans. It was pretty cool. I like the entry that he makes and his color, the pink color. I'm a
Uh-huh.
fan of that.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
Pink?
Yeah, I like Pink a lot. What's the story behind Tragedy, your single?
When I wrote Tragedy, I was going through a really sad time of losing my dog. I was really sad and so angry, and I just started writing these lyrics down about how I felt. And when I was writing them, I realized no, other people have obviously gone through the hurt of losing somebody and like all the other emotions. I really kept that in mind when I was writing, and I really wanted people to feel the pain I did when I was writing it. But
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it during that time.
And what about My Runway?
My Runaway, it was the first song I wrote fully, so it was definitely a challenge for me. But basically, I was with my producer one day for lessons, and he was just like, "Okay, we're writing a song." And he played these chords for me that he wrote, and he said, "Hum to this." And so I started humming. He told me to write lyrics for it. I wrote lyrics, and I wrote about being somewhere you know you shouldn't be, and you're trying to escape, but you're worried about what others are going to think of you. Because I think music is so much cooler when other people can relate to it. So I try to write scenarios or stories that other people have been through so people can connect on another level.
And I think My Runaway was something I got connected to. Even Tragedy, for that matter, I got pretty much connected to it. I think it was wonderfully written, both the songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you already told how you came up with the lyrics because you were thinking about what people would relate to. So then you came up with it. How is the production process whenever you make a song and write lyrics? How do you start?
First off, production I think is so cool because all the tech that goes behind it. I mean, some people think you just go in the recording booth, you sing your song, you get the guitar, get all the other instruments, and you're done. But no, it is so much more work than that. You have to record, first, you have to write your song, you have to record it, you have to record all the other instruments, add a bunch of add ons, and then you have to go through the mixing process. You have to approve your drum track and your other instrument tracks, and it's a lot of work, and I'm definitely not a master at it. But in the process of My Runaway and Tragedy, it was just so cool to sit in on it and give my feedback and try to learn. But it was honestly so cool. And writing lyrics, I a lot of people ask me what's my order of what I do things in. Is it the music first and then the lyrics, or is it the lyrics and then the music? And honestly, I don't have a straight answer because it's just whatever comes in my mind first. I mean, for Tragedy, it was with the lyrics first because I was really sad and lyrics were just spilling out of me. But for My Runaway, it was a lot more challenging for me. And it's funny because when we were writing the music, we were stuck with this hook with I gotta run away. And I obviously didn't have to use that. It was just an example. And I don't know why, but I was really attached to it and I thought it sounded so cool in the song, but I just didn't know how to build upon that. So I actually asked my brother for help, and once he came in the room, we were like this writing machine, and then we wrote about My Runaways about. But I just think the process of just writing a song and like recording, it's so cool.
Is this your elder brother or younger brother?
He's older. We're 18 months apart, so he's 16 right now.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you doing gigs often nowadays?
Oh yeah, a bunch of gigs. Some weeks are definitely busier than others. I do one to two a week maybe. Sorry. And some weeks are definitely busier than others. This week I have a gig tomorrow, and then I have two gigs on Saturday, and then on Sunday I have another gig. So I'm definitely really busy, but just gigging is so much fun, and I think I can really learn from it. And I just get better every time I gig, and I love meeting new people, but I have been gigging a lot, and it's loads of fun.
So there's so many songs out there, and you might have heard so many songs till late. But which song is that song which you listen to again and which you think you really love?
There are honestly a lot of those, and my favorite song like changes every week, to be honest. But I'll give you my top three. So number one has to be a Kiss song because they're just like how I fell in love with music, to be honest. But it's called Detroit Rock City, and it has this really cool guitar solo. It's two dueling guitars harmonizing with each other, and I just thought the song was so cool, and I listen to it all the time. Second, this is definitely my favorite song for the month. Like how I said, it changes a lot. My recent obsession has been My Chemical Romance, which is
Oh,
like an emo, I don't even know how to explain them, emo pop punk band. I think they're so cool. I recently came along their song Helena, and it's old, but I haven't heard it before. And then when I heard it, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I don't know, something just really stuck out to me with that. And then my third, it's funny because my mom hates this song, but it's Iris by the Goo Dolls because I just think it's such a pretty love song and I love playing it out and I just think it's so pretty and I even saw them play it live and I love it. I'm sorry, mom, but I really disagree with her.
okay, that was really cool answer. So, what is your upcoming goal in music? What do you think you'll be in the coming 5 to 10 years?
I definitely want to get better at what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to practice, continue to gig. At some point, I definitely want to release an album. I think that would be such a cool project to work on. Just releasing more music, writing, gigging more, and meeting new people, and just continue to get better.
Yeah, so do you have a lot of people surrounding you that are into music? Like, you're in Orlando, right?
Yes.
So, do you have a lot of friends that are into music as well?
Yes, most of my friends though I meet from my studio. My friends at like school, they're not into music the way I am. They're more into like sports or other things like that. But I do have some friends that are into music the way I am. So I do have a music group, if that makes sense.
All right, perfect. So, any fun story while performing on stage you messed up or slipped or fell down or something like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually funny. It's not really embarrassing, but it's just a funny story. But when I was at a gig, I bring an acoustic guitar and my electric guitar, and the song I was playing was with my electric guitar, and normally I use a looper, but for this song I wasn't using the looper and I was just playing a song on my electric guitar. I put my strap on, I'm starting to play the song, and about halfway through the song, my guitar strap just falls off, and the guitar goes with it, and I had like spidey senses. I don't even know, but I caught it thankfully. And oh God, it was just the scariest moment of my life. And I had to stop the whole song, and it was one of my dad's guitars, so I had to be really careful. If I dropped it and it hit that floor, I would maybe not be here right now. But it just proves that anything can go wrong at gigs, and it's honestly something I will never forget. But it was really funny. It just fell down, but I came right
Yeah.
back.
The person I interviewed previously, he told me that he forgot his lyrics while on stage, so that was funny.
Oh no.
That
I
was,
have an iPad with all my stuff on it, so sometimes I have to like peek over at it. So thankfully, I haven't forgotten anything yet.
yeah, that's nice. Any suggestion for people who are inspiring to get into music? Suppose they could be at any age, the young kids, small kids, or people who are like super mature.
Oh yeah, for sure. The most important thing is honestly just to be yourself and have fun. Music is such this cool thing, and if you're not having fun while you're doing it, you honestly shouldn't be doing it at all. It's just you got to be authentic, you got to be you, and even if other people are going to try and drag you down, don't let that happen because you're having fun, so why should you care about them? And make sure you surround yourself with people you trust and make sure you trust their feedback and don't listen to other people who are going to hate on you and other things like that. Make sure you're authentic and real and have fun. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. You answered all the questions. So, thanks, Francesca, for coming to this podcast. And yeah, good luck with all your upcoming music. Yeah, and all the listeners, thank you for listening to this episode. Looking forward to have you guys on the next episode as well. Yeah, thank you and bye.
Thank you so much.